So the Star Trek assignment presents an interesting dilemma for the characters in the show. It's focusing around Lieutenant Worf, who wants to essentially uh, perform a ceremonial death by uh, because of his injury, whereas the people he charges to try and carry this wish out think it's not appropriate to do so. So it comes down to this concept of what is the right thing and what is not the right thing. Um, Throughout the show, there's all the doctors and everybody are trying to find ways to cure him or heal him or provide a means to which he can go on with his life with maybe even just a little bit limited function, so like 80% or 90% even. And Lieutenant Worf doesn't necessarily think any of that's feasible. He wants to either be completely healed or he wants to end his life. And so the dilemma really gets kind of put up on its head when his friend, who he charges to perform this ceremony, realizes that the only way to do so is another Klingon has to perform the ceremony. And so the only other one that was closely enough related to Lieutenant Worf is his son. And so the dilemma then gets shifted: is it right for his son to perform this and kill his father based upon this accident that happened? So there is this big kind of conflict throughout this episode of what is the right thing to do. And it's incredibly difficult because in today's society we see these same things. Some religions think based upon certain actions, or even outside of religious activity, people are looking to find dignified or good easy ways essentially to end their lives if they are faced with like a terminal illness and that. And so there's a lot of kind of push into this realm. It's becoming more of an issue today that we have to find a means to which we can not go about their wishes, but find a way that can maybe meet them halfway. In my religious perspective and my views, ending a life outside of God's timing is just not ethical. It doesn't even matter if it's that person's wish. We're not promised an easy life, and so sometimes suffering is a part of our lives. We all face that, and I would like, in my power as a pastor, to ease the mental and spiritual struggles as best as possible. And so I would side with Riker in this episode and find a means to really make it not necessarily about ending one's life, but more or less how can we find joy and peace in what we have left and what we're given.